And good to have you back once again on Yankees Hot Stove, presented by ChevyOffers.com. We've got a lot to talk about the Yankees, and joining us to do that, the new Yankees manager, Joe Girardi, joining us on phone. Joe, great to have you with us. And let me start by asking about one of the hot topics of the day and all week, and it certainly will continue into next week, Johan Santana, and the likelihood that the Yankees might get him. What do you feel right now? Do you have a gut feeling that he might be on your staff next year?
Well, I think anyone would love to have Johan Santana because he's so talented. I mean, there's 30 clubs that would love to have him. And obviously, it's going to be a hot topic because of his talent. You know, no one really knows what's going to happen. I mean, this is something that could go on for a long time. And the Twins might, consider keeping him, now that they've traded Matt Garza away to the Devil Rays. I mean, who knows?
Joe, as you make lineups in your head and think ahead to the 2008 season, have you allowed yourself at all to dream at night where you have Johan Santana's name at the top of a potential starting rotation?
You know what I learned a long time ago, this you don't really think about what you might have. You think about what you do have. Because, there's a lot of rumors that go on. There's a lot of talk, and sometimes deals are made. And, I kind of learned that at the July 31st deadline when I was with the Yankees, and there was always so much talk about who we might get and who we might not get. And I learned, you know what? You have to win with the people that are in the room right now, and that's what I worry about.
Joe, actually, that sort of leads into my next question. I mean, when you address the team for the first time in spring training, what is the message that you are going to deliver? I mean, everybody has been so used to Joe Torre style for so many years, and now they're going to have a new manager in front of them in spring training. Have you thought about the message and the kind of personality that you're going to affect in that clubhouse? Well,
I've thought about it, and I'll continue to think about it as time goes on and as we get closer to spring training. Obviously, we're still a couple months away, and some of it, a little bit depends on who's in the room, but I don't think there's going to be that many changes on, over the next couple and a half months. But, it's going to be the message that I would deliver every team, what our goal is and what we need to get there, and things that, as an organization, as a staff, that we expect from our players. And there'll be a lot of discussion and there'll be a lot of thought that goes into that, that first day. And a lot of times the first day speech is kind of a little bit shorter, because you have to do it again when all the positional players get in, and you wait to talk about a lot of those things when everyone gets there. But obviously it's important that the pitchers know on day one that they can't make the team on the first day, so don't go out and try to do too much.
Joe, one of those pitchers that you will have is Jabba Chamberlain, a guy who the Yankee fans are really excited to see his production this year. Hank Steinbrenner has said that Jabba will definitely be in the rotation next year. I was going to jump ahead and ask you, last year the Red Sox started the season believing that Jonathan Papelbon would be in the starting rotation. He ended up going to the Red Sox and said, move me back to the closer position. What would happen if you guys started the season with Jabba in the rotation, and then at some point he came to you and said, hey, Joe, I loved setting up for Mariano. Can you move me back?
Well, it's something as an organization that we would have to talk about and discuss, and whether we thought that was the right move for the club and his future. Obviously, we've seen that he can be a dominant setup guy. He has the stuff to strike out people and get out of jams. But also, you project that as a starter and how he could be a top-end starter and how important that is to your club.
And Joe, just following up on that, I mean, I'm going to actually put you on the spot. If you don't get Santana, and let's just take Santana out of the mix right now. Let's say he doesn't end up with the Red Sox and doesn't end up with the Yankees. Do you feel right now that the Yankees have enough to beat the Red Sox?
Well, I think that, we have enough to be very competitive and accomplish our goals. There's my little daughter. And, obviously you have to play the games, and you have a lot of confidence in your club. And, you got to play 162 games to find out.